hell of a thing. A Florida church is under fire. Why? Because an employee, just an employee, not a teacher at their school, not the principal of the school, just an employee decided to beat children, and the parents are outraged and they want justice. Put up the institution, because I want you to understand why this is happening. Orlando, Florida. WESH2 News reported that local parents are outraged, demanding criminal charges against a church employee who is neither the principal or the teacher. Really should not matter. But this church employee decided to start whooping, as we would say in the South, other people's children. This is at St. Mark Preparatory School. One mother of 4 students at the school, at the home of the Spiritual Warrior School, told the local news, supposedly they beat our kids. Her 9-year-old daughter is in the 4th grade, where the alleged assault took place. They were hysterically crying and calling parents, end quote. A mother of 3 students, including a 4th grader that was also in the classroom in question, said both mothers want to remain anonymous and both removed their children from the school on Friday. They're among the parents of more than a dozen 4th graders. Do you hear that? A dozen 4th graders who say a male staffer at the school whipped them Thursday afternoon. The kids told their parents another student was caught writing on a desk. The teacher told an assistant to get the male staffer. When the male staffer returned, students told their parents that the man, quote, slammed his things down on the desk, took off his belt, and told them to line up, and he beat them 3 times apiece. But I believe it was 3 or 4 kids that did not get a spanking. The mother of the 9-year-old girl said he took his belt off, his personal belt, end quote. Another quote, so he had a belt and he used that, according to your son, a 4th grader, to hit him on his backside, question mark. Yes, my 9-year-old 4th grader, the mother of the 9-year-old child said. Police were called, but parents say none of the children were seriously hurt and no paramedics were called. Additionally, a parent told News 6 that his son was one of 8 students struck. According to the parent, the teacher pointed students out to the individual who then whipped them. That parent explained he went to speak with the individual about the incident. And the individual said the kids volunteered for it as a game show or as a game. Now the father is saying his son has a bruise. So WESH2 News spoke with St. Mark Prep Principal Carol Messiah on the phone, and she declined comment except to say that no one would be saying anything about what happened Thursday before consulting legal counsel. So let's talk about corporal punishment in Florida. So corporal punishment is actually still very much so legal in Florida and other states. And among public schools, each individual district is responsible for administering it. No Central Florida public schools allow it. Private school rules on discipline can vary. Both parents talked with said that they never agreed to any type of physical punishment. And neither of them ever signed a document permitting it for their children. The mother of the 9-year-old added, no, I haven't. And it's not in the student handbook either. The Orlando Police Department told News 6 on Friday, when asked about the allegations, quote, this is an active investigation and we are looking into all aspects thoroughly. No arrests have been made. No arrests have been made. But a group of parents outside the school on Thursday were demanding the individual be arrested. They said they want the teacher held accountable for her role as well. Now, Florida law does require when you see abuse to a child, you are mandated to report it. If you do not, that is a criminal issue. It can be prosecuted by the local prosecutor. So this is strange, right? Who in the hell is this mystery person? Who is this individual that has so much authority, that has so much power? Not a teacher, not a principal, but they go get this person and no one is saying his name. Hell, we could not find the actual name of the person. So we would like to know the name. We would like to know the name. I don't know why the local news did not report it. I have no idea. I assume someone knows exactly who this person is. They know the person is not an employee. In order for the news to say that conclusively, they have checked, vetted to make sure that whatever name they have, it does not adhere to the names of the employment record. So they know the name. Somehow this individual has so much authority that he's able to do this. We need answers. I stand with the parents on this, obviously. Nobody should be able to beat a child, and a child inside of an academic setting by somebody that isn't even connected to the academy itself. How in the hell is this not child abuse? I want to know the pastor. I want to know who's in charge of your board of trustees. Somebody here has enough power and authority to do this. I'm going to keep speculating until I hit something. All right, Jordan, thoughts here.
Yeah, while most of the kids didn't show signs of physical abuse, there was the mention of a bruise. I mean, this isn't to say it didn't happen. I firmly believe that it happened. But the unseen effects is that this kind of abuse can lead to trauma, especially trauma later in life, and even could immediately jeopardize their educational futures. This type of stuff, we talked about it last time I was on, just this type of abuse, teachers, in this case, someone else, hitting kids in a school setting is so bizarre to me. That it's legal in Florida is deeply alarming. That should be changed. For all the rhetoric we hear from DeSantis and Republicans in Florida about the dangers of books in schools, this seems like a greater danger. You should address this first, but their priorities are warped. And I feel bad for these families. I hope they find justice. And I do see some speculation from the viewers already. One of them made a good point. What if this is just like a school safety officer, like the in-school cop dude did it? Because that would add a whole new element to it. Of course, we don't know for sure, but that would not be surprising if that's what it turned out to be.
Yep, and here's the reality. When they choose to not be transparent, to not give very simple answers, speculation is warranted.